Here we are again. Me and my chewing tobacco. Gloomy day outside today. Got plenty of work to do outside, but it's cold and wet. Hoping the rain lets up and maybe I can get some stuff done, but we shall see. Learned some interesting stuff about some gadgets this morning. It was good news. Well, fantastic. The gadget's working. Nice. Yeah, I was poking around on YouTube, and it's funny. YouTube gives me suggestions, and it's so timely. The man upstairs has the Lord works in mysterious ways, that's for sure. I'm real gadget unfriendly. LM, good morning. Hope you're feeling better. I'm doing okay today. Good day, John. Thank you. Lacrus, Lacrus. Sorry, I'm slaughtering these names. Wow, the kids in the house. What's up, Johnny? Had a tree job yesterday for the elderly. Good for you, man. Good watching out. As a matter of fact, I need to do some tree trimming myself for this guy with his big rig to come move my ship container, and I got some branches I need to take down, and I was going to do it today, but it's rainy and cold outside, and last thing I need to do is fall off a ladder. So I kind of been putzing around on the gadget, and YouTube gave me a suggestion for a Tesla phone. I didn't know Tesla had a phone, a smartphone. And it comes already hooked up to Starlink, and that's huge. So Johnny's going to get himself a Tesla phone. I've had an Apple phone since they first came out, and you know, not so good with the gadgets, so I'm used to using an iPhone, but the fact that it's already dialed into Starlink solves a lot of my problems with mobile internet when I go traveling around the country looking for a new place to live. And the price of Starlink home dishes have come way down, way down. Sometimes you can get them on sale for a couple $100. So that was great news, real good news, because I need to get some cameras hung, make sure my property is secure when I'm not here. And then with the Tesla phone, I'll have internet no matter where I go, and I can keep an eye on the property, and I can go see you guys during the winter while I'm trying to figure out, you know, where to move after spring. Hopefully the property sells quickly and all that. So doing my homework, staying proactive and trying to remain positive about keeping Misfit Island alive and getting this little doggy rescue off the ground. You know, I come out here quite a bit talking about kind act for a stranger and being your brother's keeper, and it's heavy on my brain. The condition of this planet is in bad shape. The United States is in bad shape, and I really truly believe it's going to come down to being your brother's keeper and having strength in numbers. And when I go to find a new place to live, I'm going to make sure there's somebody there waiting for me before I get there. And any of you good misfits, like I've said many times, you fall on hard times, come see me. You know, there's a handful of good folks in that comment section that see life the way I do, and you got a big heart and you care about other people. I want to build a little island. You know, this Misfit Island is for folks that get each other, and I want to build a little community, right, of like-minded people, taking care of each other, praying for each other, lifting each other up, helping do yard work and taking care of dogs. It's real important to me, right? For me, it's not just lip service. I come out here and I talk about it a lot because it's very important. You know, I'm always talking about doing God's work. And the Gadgets put some videos in front of me recently that I've watched, and it just reinforces my belief in God and how important it is to be there for each other. You know, family first, but you need to love thy neighbor, right? That's very important. LM, I'm glad. Where you live now? Oh, where you live now? City? No, I live in northern Wisconsin, a little tiny town called Tomahawk. I live on 30 acres. I was trying to do Misfit Island right here. It didn't work out. I wasn't well received in this town. Fair amount of folks don't like me, and I just picked the wrong location. But I'll make sure that the next location is the last one. That's why I need to know there's folks there before I get there that I can trust, show me the ropes, introduce me around, find local dog shelters, rescue some dogs right away, personal dogs for me, and then start building little doggy apartments and start building my little doggy sanctuary. It's my life purpose. It's not lip service. And it's very important to me. And I need your help. You know, all of us together can make a difference in your neighborhood, in your family. You know, whether anybody from that comment section ends up on Misfit Island, time will tell. But that's the whole reason I got on YouTube and started pushing for my Misfit Island idea, was because I believed I'd find some people down there in the comment section that would help me. And I still believe that. Ko. Hey, Johnny, hope you're well, my friend. Thank you. Same to you. I appreciate you. The kid. Not recommended. Not recommended. What's not recommended there, kid? Oh, not recommended to get out on a ladder trimming branches in the rain. Yeah, for sure. LM. Oh, I see. That's not good. Yeah, things happen. Hope you find a good city that will welcome you with open arms. Yeah, me too. The kid, Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah, Wisconsin was a mistake. Folks up this way, I'm not even going to get into it. It just was a mistake for me to move to Wisconsin. But I learned a lot while I was here. My dog's passing away, me getting sick, hard lessons. But I learned a lot from that. And I'll take those lessons with me when I go to a new spot, and I'll be successful at starting my little doggy sanctuary. I have no doubt. Pit bulls have been in my life since I was 18 years old. And I was a knucklehead back then. But they've always shown me that unconditional love, something that was sorely lacking in my childhood. And having them around, watching them do their thing and playing, and it always makes me feel good. And there hasn't been too many things in life that make me feel good. I mean, we all want to be happy, right? At the end of the day, charity work puts a smile on my face, helping people. I've done a lot of charitable things in my life, help people out, giving away vehicles and money and stuff like that. It's second nature to me. And it's always been that way. And now that I've had a lot of time to reflect. It's more important to me now than ever. I'm no rich man, you know. I got enough to support myself and a little left over, and so I have the ability to help. And this election coming up, and all the drama in the world, and the wars and the hurricanes, now more than ever, we really need to be there for each other. You guys help me out a lot. All your nice comments down there, saying nice things and cheering me on, and you help a great deal. You know, I was just talking about this Tesla phone. Here's a little story for you. When I was in high school, I had a friend of mine that worked at a muffler shop. And he worked there right after we graduated from high school. Menlo Muffler in Menlo Park, California. And right across the street from Menlo Muffler was Elon Musk's first business, as far as I know. He used to make a little tiny electric sports car, a little tiny two-seater. You don't even hear about it anymore. But that was the first car he ever made. And it was this little itty bitty, it kind of looked like a Lotus. And my buddy Dave worked for this guy, Matt, at Menlo Muffler. And Elon had Matt put some brakes on one of his little sports cars. And when I was over hanging out, visiting, Matt said, "You want to go across the street and go check out the Tesla cars?" So we walked, it was right across the street. We walked over to his little showroom and we were checking out the cars. And good old Elon Musk was there, and I could meet that guy way back in the day. Long before he was making rocket ships, he just built this little tiny sports car. It was a long, long time ago. And the world has changed a lot since then. Back then, there wasn't even a cell phone. Now he's got his own cell phone. Technology is changing so fast. Now Elon Musk is talking about all that AI and robots and being careful that AI doesn't take over the world and all this stuff. Back then, it was putting brakes on a little electric sports car. No smartphone, no cell phone. And most people didn't even have a computer. Being a construction worker, I worked on job sites for Hewlett Packard back in the day. The only computers were in businesses. There was no PC back then. We're talking the 1980s. I graduated in 81. This was probably 84, 85. But you could look this stuff up. Elon Musk's first car dealership was in Menlo Park on El Camino Real in California, right across the street from Menlo Muffler. So if anybody wants to fact check me. Michael King's in the house. Hey, Johnny, how's everything going, buddy? Good. Weather's a little crappy, so I'm kind of stuck in the house, hoping it clears up so I can get out and do some yard work, but we'll see. Good morning. How's your morning going? Henry, it's going okay. Adam, finally caught alive. How you doing, brother? I'm doing okay, Adam. Thank you for asking. I imagine how advanced the technology is that our government is using that we don't even know about. Amen. Talk about them hurricanes. Oh, shit. Oh, look at Eric's in the house. Hey, brother, hope you're having a good morning. So far, so good. I got some laundry going, got some chores done, waiting for the weather to break so I can go cut down some branches. I don't want to get on a wet ladder and slip and fall off with a sawzall in my hand. It's going good. I was messing around on YouTube and the gadget gave me a suggestion for a Tesla phone. And it comes equipped with Starlink. So you got killer internet no matter where you are with one of his phones. That saves me the cost of getting one of his mobile units. Simply human, rain, rain, go away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need it real bad, though, for sure. Tony's in the house. Raymond, Sacramento, California. Good morning, Raymond. Good to see a fellow Cali in the house. Simply human. Howdy, brother. How you doing, Simply human? How's the weather down your way? You know, I recently saw a video talking about the 10 best cities to live in the United States, and Appleton came up on the list. It got me thinking about you. And I tried to look at some properties down there for sale. There's not much when it comes to trying to get some land in Appleton. Oh, it's a little chilly and rainy. Yes, it is. Eric, yeah, I don't want to fall, especially with nobody around in case you need help. Yeah, that worries me, especially with my health too, because I've been having some weird symptoms again. And I was thinking about that yesterday. Had this funny feeling in my chest, and I was thinking, man, if something happens to me, there ain't nobody here. I'll be meeting my maker if I get real deathly ill, and but I've made peace with meeting my maker, so I'm not really worried about it. If he wants to take me, he can take me, but in the meantime, I got a charity to get started. Oh, snap. Nice. Appleton does rock. There you go, Simply. Yeah, not much down your way for property, though. And whatever's down there is pretty expensive. Putty Cat. In North Carolina, the feds will not let private citizens help rescue those in need. I think about that. Yeah, that's bad, man. I was talking about that yesterday. Tina Marie's in the house. Good to see you, young lady. Hey, Johnny, I'm on my way to get my infusion at the hospital. I'm listening while I'm driving. Just wanted to check in. I hope you're having a marvelous day. You too, young lady. You got me worried. Infusion, that sounds spooky. I hope you're okay, and I hope it goes well, young lady. You take care. You're in my prayers. All you guys are in my prayers. Like I was just saying, I'm a firm believer of being my brother's keeper. And I have a feeling one of these days, one of you good folks down there in the comment section is going to be a misfit with me somewhere in this country. It won't be here, but North Carolina's on my radar. Maine is on my radar. Michigan is on my radar. Texas is on my radar. There's a lot of places in this country that I can set up shop. And I have no idea where I'm going to end up. I really don't. But I'll make sure there's somebody waiting for me when I get there this time. I won't do what I did here. I thought I was going to have help. It didn't work out. Best laid plans and all that. But it's not over till it's over. And thank you, by the way. You guys double tap that screen. I appreciate you. The kid. I pray God shows you a symbol of peace today. Thank you for that, kid. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tina Marie. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Talk soon. You're welcome, young lady. Praying for you. In fact, here, let me give you one right now. Dear Lord, keep Tina Marie safe. Her visit at the hospital, I hope, gives her all the relief she needs. She's good people, and she needs you. Amen. Little prayer for you, young lady. Not just lip service here on Misfit Island. Putty Cat, I would avoid Michigan. The current government is a bit of a train wreck. She invites China. Oh, okay. That's good to know, young lady. Michael King, God shows us the way to a good life. Amen, Michael King. I agree. Tendon Strength, Simply Human, sending some love to Tina Marie. I love it. I love it. Michael King, there you go. Prayers for everybody. You know, moving up here I came up here because of a prayer that a nice lady said for me, and she stole my heart, used to call me Papa. Met her in the comment section back when I was doing the INFJ thing. Real nice lady. And so God brought me here. You know, me and this young lady used to do Bible study together over the telephone. And when I got here, went to a church a couple times, wasn't a good fit, but I had always had a strong belief in God, and I wanted to get closer to God. That's why I wanted to do Bible study. I asked this young lady one day, could we do Bible study? And she said, let me pray on it. And she did. And she said, yeah. And so the dear Lord brought me here. And I never had a lot of faith in God. I believed in God, but that was real superficial. And then one day out in the yard, there was a snake that had just ate a mouse or something because his belly was all puffed up and he couldn't run away. And he was just laying under the apple tree, and it got me thinking about Adam and Eve. And then later in the day, I watched a video by Tack Room Bible Study Talk, Dwayne, and he was talking about Moses. And between the snake and that video, I got the little tap on the shoulder from the man upstairs. And it gave me faith. I can't really explain it. It wasn't words in my head. It was just a feeling that I had. And it's never left me. And I've had a lot of hard times since then, to the point where when I put the old dog down, driving home, I prayed to God out loud to take me. Told him I don't want to do this no more. But evidently he's not ready for me to come home, so it's all about Misfit Island and doing God's work. You know, we all do God's work in our own way. Most folks, it's taking care of your family, you know. And for me, there is no family. And with my dogs gone, there really is no family, you know. I'm truly alone. But through that isolation, I've done a lot of reflecting on life and thinking about the things that are most important. Getting closer to God and being your brother's keeper and loving thy neighbor and all that stuff. It needs to be more than just talk, right? Good people need to pull together because things are going to get harder before they get better. And I don't care who you want for president, but I think we can all agree things are going to get harder before they get better. Tina Marie, you're the best. Hugs, Johnny. Thank you so much, everyone. You're welcome, young lady. Best of luck today. Lucid Dreaming's in the house. Good morning, Johnny. Yes, having God and spirituality are important. We have signs of attention. Well said, young lady. You're absolutely right. I really love your backdrop with the dog. Thank you. That's Petey back there. After Petey from the Little Rascals. Putty Cat, Johnny, God will take you in his own time. You're not your time or anyone else's time. You're absolutely right. And that gives me faith that I'll get to finish what I started. It's important to me to leave a legacy. To leave something on this earth that does good deeds on my dime after I'm dead and gone. My ultimate goal with this property right here, 30 acres and 2 houses and all this stuff, was to find 10 people to save 100 dogs, a 10-to-1 ratio. And that's still my dream, to be able to help people help me save dogs so that on paperwork, when I die, they inherit whatever's here and they keep going with what I started. Rich people do it all the time, right? Leaving a legacy. Except they'll put their name. I used to work on job sites at UC Berkeley, a lot of rich people. And they would donate money to build a hall, a building. And they would put this person's name on this building and they would say it was their legacy. I learned that from one of my foremen. And I always thought how cool that would be to be able to leave a legacy. And a legacy, for most folks, it's your children. Raising good kids, they carry on your name, that's your legacy, right? Or maybe more than that, depending on what your life purpose is. For me, it's saving dogs, because they saved me. They saved me from me, my angry side, drinking and all that. Now I'm clean and sober and want to give back. You know, coming out here and talking about doing God's work. I'm not a religious man. I didn't go to church. Nobody taught me this. It's just been in me. Being charitable, it was in me as a little kid, helping other people. Being nicknamed the bully slayer because if somebody was picking on somebody at school, I had to intervene. I couldn't sit there and watch that. Going to a rock concert and watching some guy smack his old lady around, I couldn't watch that. I got involved, tossed him over some chairs, and she jumped on my back. I said, take it home. I don't want to see it. It's hard to explain what goes on inside my head. But I know what's in my heart. I got a lot of distractions, drama, health issues, and all the nonsense. But it doesn't change who I am. Never has. I was pretty angry when I first got here because of all the drama that fell in my lap. I wasn't out looking for it. I didn't go into town drinking in the bars and causing fights and whatnot. All the drama that happened here came to me. I didn't go out looking for it. You know, I've said it many times. The harder you try to do something good, the more the devil's going to kick up the dust. And it's true. But it's all part of God's plan for me. And I believe that. Whatever's coming my way, he's the one pulling the strings. I'm just the puppet at the end of the strings trying to do some work for the man upstairs, you know? Like I said, I don't have a religious background. Nobody taught me this. It's just what's in me. 64 flyers in the house. Hey, brother, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for that, Adam. I'm a veteran and fellow union brother. I'm 41, so I'm not I'm not far behind you, brother. I think you are very lonely, and that is a killer. You're right about that. What can you do to change that? You seem to stay pretty positive. Jason, Oklahoma's in the house. Well, Adam, I grew up in foster homes. And when me and my brothers went into foster homes, there was 3 of us put in the system at the same time. And most foster homes won't take 3 kids. My 2 brothers got 1 home together, and I was by myself. So isolation and loneliness has been with me since I was a kid. And it's hard. And I struggle with mean people and people that don't know how to behave. And so I tend to withdraw from the world. And my dogs kept me sane, you know? And you're right. Loneliness and isolation is real hard. But I've learned a lot being by myself, thinking things through, what's really important in life and what's really important to me. And doing this charity and leaving a legacy, it's all I think about. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. You know, it'd be real easy to go get a bottle of whiskey. Go get my bottle of Jameson whiskey and a 12-pack of Heineken and, you know, but I can't do that. I've already been down that road. I know what's waiting for me at the bottom of a bottle. And that's not part of God's plan. Like I said, I'm not a real religious person, but I'm not embarrassed to come out here and talk about God. But when I was a kid, people didn't talk about it. They would tease you, right? Living in shitty neighborhoods and little ghettos and whatever, you had to be hard. You had to be tough. And talking about God wasn't exactly tough. You know, I know a lot of people were raised in a religious home and went to church every Sunday and had that foundation. I didn't have that foundation. But God gives me an inner strength to help cope with this loneliness and this isolation. Sometimes it's real hard, real hard. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. And whether it's the light at the end of the tunnel when you die, near-death experiences that I listen to all the time, people talking about what's waiting for us on the other side, that gives me faith that when I leave this planet of ours, it'll be good. All the suffering will be worth it. But in the meantime, I got to finish what I started. There's no two ways about it. I need to save dogs. It might sound corny, but that's what God put me on this planet for. And losing my dogs really checked up my angry side and brought me closer to God, praying that He's going to help me get through. It's been a hard life, a real hard life. Never had a dad. I met him at his tombstone. There's a video up here about that. My mom gave me the wrong name for my dad. She was broken. She had her demons. Not too many people have the stories I do. But the devil makes sure I don't go viral. Trust me. He don't want my stories out there to inspire other people, right? It's okay. It only takes a handful of people to do what I need to do. And if it's just me when I move, I'll save 10 dogs all by myself. But something tells me I won't be alone. The kid, spiritual man, amen. Yeah, I was, Jason. Yeah, I was hardcore drinking for 10 years. After my dad died, I quit drinking. Good for you, Jason. Best thing you can do for yourself, get off the booze, man. I know how it is to be drinking when you're angry. When I was a young man, I was a weekend warrior. I was always afraid to be an alcoholic, so I only drank on occasion. I didn't drink all the time. But after I was retired and moved into the mobile home park and my baby brother died, I started drinking pretty heavy every day. And because I was on construction time clock, I'd wake up at 3:30 in the morning, crack open a beer and pour a shot, and that's how I got my day started. I did that for a couple years, and it started taking its toll on my body. I could see it. Ankles were getting swollen. My face was getting red and blotchy. It was killing me. So I quit drinking. And then I got the word that the ex-wife died. And she died puking blood on the floor on another man's toilet. We never got divorced, so legally we were still married, and I never stopped loving her. But she was a mess, an alcoholic and a prankster, and she lived with this drug dealer dude, who I learned is now dead. And I get a phone call from her friend that Sonny died. And then I took care of her remains, and I had to go to the coroner's office to pick up her ashes. And I asked the coroner what happened. And she told me that Sonny, her organs were leaking. So she was throwing up blood on the floor while she was sitting on a toilet. And she was on that toilet so long, rigor mortis set in before they found her. So she was in this guy's house, living with his mommy, and my wife died on this guy's toilet, and they didn't even find her until after rigor mortis set in. So she had to be there for at least 3 hours. Like I said, stories. Devil don't want my stories to get out. That's okay. I don't need fame. I don't need to go viral. I just need a handful of good people to help me save some dogs. That's all I need. The younger generation is very lost on these gadgets. These young kids walking up to strangers and talking a bunch of mess with some big bodyguard, this stupid kid who just crashed his expensive sports car. He was one of those idiots, right? Goes viral for being an asshole. I come out here talking about doing a kind act for a stranger, I get no attention. But if I was out there pulling stupid YouTube stunts like these cops accuse me, we know how much you like your YouTube stunts. I don't pull stunts. Clearly, I don't pull stunts. I try to do God's work. That's what I do. The kid. And the booze doesn't fix shit. You're right about that, brother. You're right about that. Kind of makes it worse. Absolutely, it makes it worse. A whole lot worse. Luke's in the house. How you doing, Luke? Good to see you. And thank you for hitting that button. I see 13 of them up there, and I see 12 people watching. I like it when the scales are upside down. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of stories. Been through a lot, you know. But a guy like me doesn't get on Joe Rogan or Soft White Underbelly where I could get some attention. But if I ever got viral, as they say, and Misfit Island really took off, my stories and my ideas, I'd set up Misfit Islands all over the country, helping aged out foster children and homeless veterans. My hustle is solid. And if I ever got the attention, I could set them up all over the country. An entrepreneur for charity, right? I don't need money. I don't want money. I hate money. It's the root of all evil, as they say. And I believe that. Greed. People are greedy, self-serving, selfish, mean. Like I was just saying, kids out there walking up to strangers and causing problems with some big bodyguard to watch his back just so he could get more clicks on the gadget. But somebody out here trying to do charity work, you ain't getting no clicks. The world is upside down. There's no doubt about it. And the older I get, the worse it gets. Because I saw what it used to be like before there was a cell phone. I was just talking about that to Dave Dog, One Shot Tattoo. how different things were when we were kids. You know, you went outside, you did stuff. You weren't stuck on your phone. You played with your friends. You rode your bicycle. You went cruising in your car, yelling at the girls in the car next to you, right? There was no going viral. There was no getting rich off a cell phone. Getting attention for being an asshole. Stuff like that didn't exist when I was a kid. But it's the world we live in now. Not too many people go viral for doing good deeds, you know? They don't. But the shitheads, boy, they sure get a lot of clicks. The kid, money and guns are tools to be wise with both. Yes, sir. I agree. I agree. As a matter of fact, the gadget showed me or gave me a suggestion and I clicked on it. It's counties in the United States that are constitutional sanctuaries. And one of them's close to me. Not Ottawa, some weird county close by that starts with an O. And I looked for real estate there, and boy, they didn't have anything, and it was very expensive. But they're calling their county a sanctuary or a constitutional sanctuary because they're afraid that the government wants to take away your firearms. And there's like 5 counties in the United States that are constitutional sanctuaries. Look that up. Your local municipalities dictate the laws in your county, right? And when the United States was started, each state had its own, is governed by its own laws. The federal government is not supposed to have any say over what another state does. They've overstepped their boundaries big time, especially in my lifetime. The Constitution of the United States is crystal clear what your rights are. Freedom of speech, not so free. You can't come out here and say whatever you want to say. They'll take your platform away. You talk about white stripes in the sky or this conspiracy or that conspiracy, before you know it, you don't have a YouTube channel anymore. Just ask Alex Jones. You got the right to say whatever you want to say, and people have a right to turn you off, right? But to stifle your free speech, that's why I respect Elon Musk. That's why I want to get a Tesla phone. He believes in the freedom of speech. You should be able to say whatever you want about anything and everything, and people can disagree. But you should be able to say what you want to say. And same thing with the right to bear arms. As long as you haven't broken any laws, you should have that right, along with all the rest of our rights. Not like that anymore. And if Kamala Harris gets into office, you're going to lose more of your rights. It's one thing about Trump. He believes in the Constitution. He's a businessman. I'm not a big Trump fan. Grab her by her crotch kind of thing. He's a pig. He's a male chauvinist pig. But at least he believes in our rights. Kamala Harris, not so much. And with the way things are going in the world, more and more of your rights are getting taken away every day. Our founding fathers had the right idea. The words in the Constitution are crystal clear. All men are created equal. Men and women are created equal. God doesn't favor one religion over another, although humans think so. They kill each other over their religious beliefs. That's not God's work. There's going to come a time where you're going to need to be your brother's keeper, because it's going to get worse. That's why I wanted a Misfit Island. Separate myself from all the drama Stay on the property and save dogs. Stay focused on what I can do and don't trip on the world because there's nothing I can do about that. You can help in your neighborhood, but you can't change the government. You can't do anything about our rights that have been taken away. What happened on 9/11, we lost a lot of rights after that. Privacy. And it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And me talking about this, it hurts this YouTube channel. Another reason why I'll never get any attention out here. I'm no activist, but I'm my brother's keeper. And that's what makes the world go round, is taking care of each other. 16. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. It's real important to take care of the ones that take care of you. Strengthen your relationship with your family and your neighbors and your community, that the city you live in, making those connections, because as things get worse, you're going to need each other, man. Like I said, there's nothing any of us can do to change the world, but you can change things in your neighborhood. You can go to your local dog shelter and do me a favor and take a pit bull for a walk. If you ever wanted to do something for me, go take a dog for a walk. It's the simple things in life that can make the biggest difference. You see a bum on the street, a homeless person, walk into the local donut shop or McDonald's or whatever, go get them some food. Don't give them money, give them some food and tell them you care. Be a decent human being, right? It's not that hard. To do a kind act for a stranger, it's really not that hard. Most people think going to church on Sunday and that's their good deed for the week. They went to church. But are you doing God's work? It's not hard. Taking a dog, going to a local dog shelter and taking a dog for a walk for a half hour. It's a half hour out of your day. But boy, you know how much that means to that little dog? I follow a lot of YouTube channels that save dogs. Rescue this dog. He's been in his cage for 700 days. So when I get to feeling sorry for myself, I think about those dogs. Got a lot worse than me. I'm not stuck in a cage this big for 700 days, waiting for somebody to rescue me. Little passionate this morning, sorry. And crying out here doesn't bother me. Don't forget to double tap the screen. Henry, thank you. Batshit crazy. Hey, keep missing you. Good to see you, Batshit. 18. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. None of us know what's coming. We're not in the government. We don't see what they see. We don't know what they got going on for technology and what they got going on behind the scenes. But what we do know is life has gotten worse, not better, for the United States citizen. Just look at the people on the street. You could look this up. How many people were on the street during the Great Depression? Soup kitchens, standing in line to get food. Sound familiar? They're not going to talk about that, but it's my opinion we're already in a Great Depression. Jobs are disappearing like crazy. Mom and pop shops have closed up all over the place. There's a YouTube channel that I follow, goes around San Francisco and the San Francisco Bay Area, and he shows all the stores that are closed and all the vandalism and the violence. We're already in a Great Depression. There's no doubt about it. And AI is taking away more jobs every day. People are hungry. People are desperate. The cops stopped doing their job because City Hall told them, don't arrest anybody unless they steal over $1,000 worth of shit. When I was a kid, if you shoplifted, I don't care what you stole, a candy bar or whatever, you were going to get arrested. When I was real little, mom sent me to the store to go get something, little mom and pop convenience store. And I came home with a candy bar. And she goes, where'd you get that? And I was all proud of myself. I said, I stole it. She slapped me in the back of the head and said, take it back to the store and tell them you're sorry. And hope you don't get in trouble. So I went back to the store and I gave him the candy bar back. And I never stole anything again. Just a candy bar. Mom was a trash, and we were dirt poor, living on welfare. But stealing a candy bar, don't do that. Manners and respect. Mom was a wreck, an alcoholic and everything else, but she knew right from wrong, and she taught me well. Even though I didn't have a dad, she taught me well. The kid, love that first, that love you back. There you go, that truly have love in their hearts. Amen, kid. Alex, hey brother, for the some reason you banned my other account. Are we good? I don't know why I banned it, but hopefully it was just a mistake. Sometimes if I hit the wrong button, I might have kicked you to the curb by mistake. So Alex, hopefully we're good. I don't know why I would have banned you, but good to see you. Bullets, beans, and boots, and butt wipe. There you go, batshit. It's me, Big Al. Oh, Big Al. Oh, man, you know what? Hey, dude, I didn't ban you. People have been banned off my channel because people have hacked into my gadget. I had Cindy, one of our loyal misfits, was banned, and that's because somebody else has had access to my controls. I'm so sorry. They take down comments. My channel has had a lot of drama, dude. I did not ban you. You probably put some good comments up there, and my stalker troll found a way to ban you, dude. It wasn't me, bro. I wouldn't ban you. You're one of the misfits, man. You've never said anything wrong. And thank you for telling me you're Big Al, because now I know who you are. I wouldn't have banned you, dude. And the sad truth is there's probably been quite a few people that have been banned from my channel that I didn't do. And I got no way to know that. Alex, I'm sure just checking, man. No, yeah, for sure, Big Al. I wouldn't have banned you. You've never said anything wrong. You've never been anything but a friend down there. I'll have to try to scroll through and find an old comment of yours on one of the old videos. That's what I had to do with Cindy, so that I could click on your channel and then I can unblock you, because I didn't block that. And I'm so glad you came back and checked in, dude. I'm so sorry for that. But like I said, I know of at least one other person that's been banned. And now that I know that you got banned, I'm going to have to start going through and checking old comments by misfits that I haven't seen in a long time. And I never know where you guys go or why, but man, you know, like I was just saying, you come out here to try to do good work, to do God's work, and the devil finds his way to bust your balls, man. There you go, Alex. Yeah, for sure, Big Al. What's up from Maine? Caveman, good to see you. Maine's on my radar. We might be neighbors one day, brother. Lisa, preschool books. Pieces, PRIs. Prices are so high everywhere, and administrative costs are a big money grab. You're absolutely right, Lisa. Caveman, I'm from Maine too. Ah, nice, nice, Big Al. Yeah, Johnny could be in Maine. It's on my radar big time. Batshit. The art background, excellent. Yeah, man, I love that blanket. Gun, GUNANIDAHI. Who? Das. Hello, how you doing? Sorry, man, I don't read so good. I have to spell it out, and I still can't read it. But welcome aboard. Always good to make a new friend. 19. Thank you, guys. You're crushing that button. I appreciate it. Yeah, Big Al and everybody else, and Caveman. I could end up in Maine. Whiskey got it on my radar. And the way he talks about Maine, saying I would fit like a puzzle piece and all the rest of it, and got friends with trucks, could help me move, and sounds like good folks up that way. So Maine is a place that I got to visit before I decide where to move to, without a doubt. Big Al, nice area. Yeah, man. And it's affordable. I've already done some window shopping on the gadget for real estate up that way. It's very affordable. I don't know about living up in North Maine, probably Central or South Maine, and I don't need to be next to the coast or next to the water, and there's plenty of affordable property in Maine. I don't know much about it, but like I keep saying, it's not the location that I care about, it's the people. Being your brother's keeper. I need to make sure there's people there before I get there, so I got my foot in the door and I'm not flying blind like I did here. Lisa, do you like to travel? I'm more of a homebody, but I'm going to be doing some traveling before I pick a place. 22 mag opinion. I'm more of a 45 ACP guy. Big fat bullet that moves slowly. But, you know, when it comes to having what you need, better to have and not need than to need and not have. And it really doesn't matter how big it is. It'll protect you or get you food or whatever the case may be. A 22 mag will get the job done. It might not, it might take a little bit, but Big Al, whatever will slow them down. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. And if it's placed properly, it'll do the job. Try to have water reliably. Amen. Yeah. I get a piece of property and it's got a well, I'll have the water tested before I buy it, for sure. And if it's on city water, it's not hard to get online and find out the quality of the water. But you're right. It's very important. Can't live without clean water. And I still don't know how I got sick up here. If it was my well or if it was a bug. But when I get back to California and I get to a doctor I trust, I'll figure that out and make sure that that situation's cleared up for me and there ain't no drama with this property before it goes on the market. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I see 7 people watching and 19 likes. That's a good statistic for me. We have Poland spring water, so we have good water in Maine. Nice, dude. Nice. I like that. Another reason. You guys keep checking off all my boxes for Maine. It's one of the first places I got to go see. When Maine was sick, did she hold her pee for a long time? When mine was sick, yeah, she did. When she got sick, she didn't eat or drink anything for 5 days at one point. And then she snapped back and started eating and drinking again. So she didn't pee for almost 5 days because she wasn't drinking nothing. That poor dog, man. She really went through it. And I thought she was going to pull through once we started taking the ivermectin. And little Kimba never had a chance. I didn't start taking the ivermectin until after she died. But I saw parasites in their stools. It was very easy to see. Same thing for me. That's why I know what's wrong with me. But that's a tough one when it comes to getting a doctor to properly diagnose you. And the way I've been treated in this town, I ain't gonna get any help here. Went to 2 different doctors at 2 different hospitals, and one was a 2.5-hour drive, and that was the next closest. So until I get back to California, I won't be healthy. I just keep taking that ivermectin. I've been taking ivermectin every day for over 4 months, every day. And I don't even know if that's good for you, but I don't have a choice. It's keeping this parasite at bay. It won't cure it because it won't kill the eggs. I got to get on a specific type of antibiotic, but I'm still here. But I get weird symptoms, man. Yesterday I was having some funky stuff going on in my chest and it still feels weird. And then I start worrying about this aneurysm I got on my aorta, and if that thing kicks loose, I'm dead in minutes. There ain't no saving you. If you got an aneurysm and it rips on your aorta, you're done. They can't get you to the hospital in time. Another thing I got to get looked at when I get back home. Yeah, Kimba was so quick. Yeah, Lisa. Big Al, I remember. Yeah, she did. Yeah. Yeah, what happened to Kimba was the hardest thing I ever went through. See, the thing is, in this house, Kimba did the same thing probably about a year before she died. Ran around whining and yiping and running in circles. And then she keeled over on her side, but she was still breathing. And then she snapped out of it. And you good folks in the comment section said that she probably had a seizure. And so I just blew it off. And I didn't know we were sick with the parasite at that time. And then when she did the same thing a second time, it lasted a lot longer, and she keeled over, or when she calmed down and she quit panting and she was slowly calming down and I was holding her, she just went limp. Then I did CPR on her, and then she peed in my lap and she was done. So unreal what's happened to me since I've lived here. It's hard to believe. It is. And I didn't come here causing trouble. I keep to myself. I didn't deserve this, but it happened. And it's still happening. And whether the good Lord takes me before I get set up shop somewhere else or not, that's on him. I'll do whatever I can to stick around, believe me. But whether I survive living here or not, somebody just sent me something from YouTube on a text message. Oh, strange. Sorry, I don't mean to get so heavy, but you know, my life is my life. And I got no shame to my game. I tell you guys everything. I got nothing to hide from nobody. That's part of my problem. I'm too honest for my own good. Put my phone number out here, email address. Everybody knows where I live. Had a stalker come to the front of the house. You name it, man. All because I wanted to start a charity. Not because I was a bad guy causing problems. But I let all that go, right? I just want to get healthy and sell this property and have no more drama. Hopefully I don't have to deal with no lawyers, but I have a feeling I'm going to need a real estate lawyer to make sure when I sell this property doesn't haunt me after I leave. And once I get back to California and I get my health issues taken care of and I get to talking to a doctor, if he tells me, hey man, you should get a lawyer for what you went through, then I will. I just want to forget I ever moved here. It's traumatic for me. I have a hard time walking in the back house because Kimba died there. Every time I walk in there, those memories flood me. It's so hard. It gives me pain in my chest just thinking about it. Brokenhearted. Crazy. My crazy life. So sad. My dog is, Lisa, so sad. My dog is busted up right now. It's brutal. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lisa. My heart goes out. Your dog's in my prayers, young lady. Amateur opinion on dog illness. Toxic agents. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But when I get properly diagnosed, and I got samples from my dogs, and those samples will go with me to the hospital, right there with my samples, and I'll have them tested. I gotta know. That's why I had Kimba in the freezer. But I got her cremated with Mama Dog because I couldn't handle having her around, her body. But I got my samples, so they'll get checked. Mama Dog had this thing growing off of her, and I saved that in the water bowl with the little white things in it. So I got all my proof, as I keep saying. Legal issues are so expensive if you need to claim. Yeah, well, like I said, if I'm advised to get an attorney and they want to do something, it'll be on contingency or it ain't happening. If they think there's money in it, lawyers are pretty greedy, right? I'll tell them, hey man, you can have half. Whatever you get, you can keep half of it. And the rest will go to the dogs. I'm not worried about civil litigation. I just want to get healthy. And I need to make sure this property doesn't haunt me when I leave. That's all I'm concerned with. As far as getting justice for the injustice that I've been through here, I've given up on that a long time ago. After my dogs died, I lost all my fight and my anger. I'm not angry like I was when I first got here. I was triggered, as they say, dysregulated, very upset. But I don't feel like that anymore. I'm tired. I'm defeated. I just want to go save some dogs and be left alone. It's real simple. I'm not looking for any drama. Lawyers are greedy, a definite type of a criminal. Yeah, a different type of a criminal. Yeah, no kidding. And like I said, if there's ever any civil litigation tied to any of my drama here, they're going to have to get a piece of the pie. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen. I ain't got no money to hire an attorney. My little drama in this neighborhood cost me a small fortune for disorderly conduct just to get that resolved. So yeah, the last thing I want to do is deal with an attorney. A real estate attorney, I'll just go over all the particulars, and if he says, yeah, you're fine, you don't need an attorney, then cool. Pay for a consultation and that'll be the end of it. But I need to know, like I said, because I don't want this property haunting me after I leave. And I need a good real estate agent, an honest real estate agent. That's going to take some work. And it won't be anybody from this neighborhood, anybody from around here directly. And if I need to get a real estate agent far away, I can show the property myself. They can just be a paper pusher. They don't actually have to come here and walk people around. I can do that myself. Well, it looks like the rain finally let up. That's good. I can get some stuff done. The gadget said it was going to blow through. So I think I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys for all the kind words. I really appreciate it there. And all the heads up about Maine. Big Al, I love you guys. Thank you. And Maine will be one of the first places I go to check on. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It might even be the first place, because if it works, then I don't have to go looking around anywhere else. But I've gotten so much good input about Maine that you guys are heavy on the brain up that way, for sure. I didn't think I was going to go back to the snow, but I got my little snow blower and whatnot. And from what Whiskey says, Central Maine doesn't get a lot of snow. It snows, but not a lot of snow. Not like here. All right, gotta go. I love you guys. Thank you. And on that note, love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the rest. And please, pretty please, a kind act for a dog. If you ever wanted to do something for me, go to your local dog rescue and walk a dog and come back and tell me about it in one of these lives. It would mean a lot to me. It really would. Feeding a homeless person and all the rest of it, hold the door open at the grocery store. You know as well as I do, that's what this world needs more than anything right now. It really does. So God bless you all. You're in my prayers always. Check one more comment. Simply human, much love. All right, brother. You guys have a great day. And thank you for smashing the screen. I see 20. That's a good round number. All right, y'all. Peace.